just need a couple of seconds to set myself up. Well, a couple of minutes. Apex. Apex. Just getting set up, bro. Won't be long. Okay, we're good. Alright, so what did we title this? How to build a high-performing something. How to build a high-performing economic success story. The first step, really, is how hard are you willing to work? I'm sure you've heard that before. What I mean by that is, yeah, okay, so we got this going. We'll get some work. I'm looking for work, deal, yes. So currently we've set our own rates. We outbid the competition, and now we're going to work for it. There's more to it than just this. So right now, as we speak, I've got bids on all the other performing things, like ores and leather. So those are all the things in the market. But today we're just going to chill, and we're going to talk about economics, and we're going to figure out multiple things. You got people out there right now that are working for PAYE. They're getting an hourly rate, and there's this misconception that, like, for example, what I do is not work, and I want to prove that very wrong in every single way. And I would say this is the most voluntary work you could ever imagine, because the amount that I get per day doesn't even come close to what someone working at like a trade gets. Like, we're talking less than $1 a day. Someone says, oh well, that's not a job. I disagree. Do you think that every day that I wake up and do this, I enjoy it? So I'm going to show you just how hard I have to work behind the scenes when it's not like high energy content. You're going to see how boring it can be, how truly boring it can be, and that's okay. It's alright, that's the work. It's the work. And this is how hard I'm willing to work to achieve my dreams. So we're going to be doing a lot of wood chopping. We're going to be doing a lot of ore harvesting. And this is going to be probably one of the lowest engagement streams you can imagine ever. And I have a lot of like respect and all that for streaming platforms around the world, and YouTube and that sort of thing. But like, there is no way that the work that I put in equals the reward that I get at all. Like, I'm probably one of the hardest working YouTubers in the industry right now. I would say that I would probably work this daily, full-time, non-stop, and I've been doing this for over a year, and I've got over 1,200 videos. Oh, this isn't Skylark. I'm not like saying, hey, like oh, look at me, I'm amazing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I've put in the work, and I never plan on stopping. This is my dream, my life's work. I'm literally living my dream right now. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And this game, another game, it doesn't matter to me. This is the thing, is like, how does it not work when you're contributing towards a society? Isn't that the whole definition of a contribution economically to as a society? Like, do you not think that there's a mental health element that is prevalent in the gaming community? Like, imagine if someone's the loneliest person in the world, and the only place that they can find any kind of support or camaraderie or anything like that is online. And then people say, well, oh, gaming's just a game. It's like, just gaming. It's not just gaming. There's so much more to this than people realize. And people like myself who are trying to build games up, trying to create brand awareness for games, not only are we helping them financially, we're helping YouTube, we're helping advertisers, we're helping gaming communities. This is a whole industry. This isn't just oh, you're playing games. I've like literally put over years worth of my real lifetime into trying to make this impossible thing happen, and it hasn't. Let's get that clear. It hasn't happened. I'm not successful, but I am, because it's what I love to do. there's all these arguments. You see all this stuff on YouTube, like, for example, like how to get views or how to create engaging content. Like, that's good, but it's the hard work that really matters. It's the hard work behind the scenes that no one really sees. It's the video editing. It's the living on minimal food so that you can afford to keep doing this. Like, I could be working a high paying, rewarding job, but I've chosen this low paying, low reward job, and like, that's a community service in itself. I could be eating like a king right now. I could be choosing to do that, but I've chosen to do this. And it's not like, I think it is a luxury that I've been afforded in a way to be able to achieve or pursue this direction. And like, I really do hope one day that it pays my basic needs. That would be an incredible thing if I could just achieve enough income to pay for my basic eating. That'd be fantastic. But I mean, I think there's been weeks where I poured 80 hours a week into this, and I earn less than $1 a day. So just to give you context, like, of the sacrifice that it takes to push into this. So how does this lead to growing successful business? Well, if you really believe in your dream, you're going to just keep going. Do you know how many people are going to tell you to quit, or how to stop, or like, hey, you're wasting your time? What do you mean? And do what? What else do I want to do than pursue my dream? Anything other than pursuing my dream is a waste of time. I've got one life to live. I don't know about you, but I don't want to spend my life doing something that I absolutely detest. I'm not saying that I would necessarily detest a noble profession of some sort. That's not what I'm saying. I've done those. I've reaped the rewards of a noble profession like building or something like that. And those are great professions and very financially rewarding when you are in the right positions for them. And you get the right crews behind you and all that sort of thing. But yeah, it's also a very lonely life doing this sort of work. You don't get out a lot because you're too busy just trying to keep the ball rolling, trying to keep content being produced. And yeah, I think it's definitely not it's not something that I think, like, if you want money fast, this is not the career for you. But I refuse to give up, pretty much. And that's just the way it is. Like, when you really love to do something, you just keep going. You just keep going, regardless of like how many people tell you to stop, or how many people tell you that it's not gonna work out or anything like that. And you just keep going. And eventually people get tired of telling you to give up. And that's when you know you're getting to somewhere. Either people have given up on you, or they've given up, or they've gotten tired of telling you to give up. If you can endure that, that's probably the first step. Have you heard that saying, like, everyone will tell you, oh, you got lucky, if it ever works out. Well, look at what I'm doing right now. Do you think that this is the height of my joy? Do you think I want to sit here and swing at a tree? I've got dreams I want to chase. I want to make PvP content. The only way for me to make exciting PvP content is if I have the character and the gear for it. So this is what it takes. So this is the grit, the hard work, the boring behind the scenes hard work that it takes to, like, do you think, like, we can't all start off like Alexander the Great? But do you think he gave a shit what anyone else thought? I was thinking about Alexander the Great lately, like quite a lot. Do you think he was a focused person? Do you think was he like someone who was an extremely focused person? And like the question I have is that trait good if it helped conquer half the world, sort of thing, or like half the known world at the time? So we seem to punish focused people who have dreams because they're capable of achieving that level of greatness. It's ironic because there's this expectation, the status quo of what a normal life is supposed to look like. But we live in a technological era where in the developing world, basic needs are becoming a lot easier to obtain, like in reality, and like how hard it was to produce potatoes, for example, is a thing of the past. There's no reason why potatoes should be so hard to harvest in various parts of the world when we have technology that can make the harvesting of potatoes so easy. We could produce, as a global community across the world, we could produce so many potatoes. We could produce so many potatoes that nobody would ever starve ever again, if we wanted to. And it's so easy to make potatoes. You just put them in the ground. I get that when winter comes, it's probably better to grow Swedes, but I mean that's just using your brain, isn't it? So we've already got 104k in monetary value, but we're not going for the value. We're going for the wood. And I've kind of got this this way that I'm planning on doing all this labor, which is for the wood. I'm going to go 100x. So though I may not be the 1 in 100 in combat in this game as of today, I'll be the 1 in 100 economically. So the price right now of one hardwood is 1502. So we're going to do 100x of that. We're going to go 150,000. Was it 150,200? So we've already done a bit before this, but we'll just keep going, keep pushing. And it will get boring. I'm probably gonna, but that's what work is, isn't it? I just really just want to show people that this is work. So it might not seem like it, but it's tiring. I get hungry and thirsty. I feel like I need to take a break. My eyes start hurting. My mind starts wandering. It's hard to focus. Think about other things I'd rather be doing. I think, oh, I should take a break. And then I think to myself, how much do you want to succeed? How far are you willing to go to succeed? How much grit are you willing to put in? How much work are you willing to put in to succeed at this dream that nobody believes you can achieve? Oh, I've lost the plot there. What's going on? You wouldn't believe the challenges that overcome a person trying to keep this career going too. You gotta find a place that's got good net, find a place that's quiet, find a place that you can just focus, find a place where nobody will like disrupt you. Make sure that you got your gears working properly, making sure that your computer can handle the requirements of the game, budgeting so that you don't fall behind too far. savings so that you can upgrade your graphics card if they bring out some crazy title that you need to be covering, or like just budgeting so that you don't starve when things get real hard because nothing's paying. It's really strange too. I would have thought that the I understand that there's barriers to entry in the streaming world, the community, and all that, but didn't think it'd be this crazy. I thought the streaming platforms would really care about their dedicated streamers over time. Like, far out. I just wish I could upgrade my PC so I could produce better content. Like, the quality of the content. I want to make, like, I have dreams of making, like, let me share my dreams with you. I've got, like, I want to make 8K. I want to make 8K content. Like, I want to make the highest quality content. It's like, that's my dream. It's a simple dream, but that's what I want to do. I want like, I don't want a nice computer so that I can say, oh, I've got a nice computer. I want a nice computer so that it's like buying a really good truck, a really good ute, something like that. And why? So you can produce a better result. Like if I could put this, for example, on HD Super Ultra with 8K, how good would this look right now? And that's what I dream of. That's my dream. Like maybe get it to a point where I can get a team together and have some people who help me behind the scenes with things that I suck at, like admin. Imagine pushing it to that level. I thought it would be funny to have a bit of side merchanting or something, not for consumeristic purposes, just ways of incorporating cross promotion through other through like brand, like other brands, like people who make things or something, and then just paying them for like things to do with my brand, and then they get a revenue, and so it's just like sort of helping people out and getting marketing along the journey, that sort of thing. It's just like you sit here and you think to yourself, how if I could just get some basic, some fundamental momentum occurring, just a small dip in the ocean. Like, who bugger owning the whole cake? No thanks, it's way too much pressure. But I think hard work should be rewarded with being able to afford to live. And I think this is hard work. And I think not every day is a good day. And I think, for example, being willing to push on so far with such minimal return says everything. There's a saying, if you're willing to do something for free, it means you truly love it. Well, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm doing this for free. And just to come back to how that helps others, well, people need a community. People need support. People need help. And after people finish their, like, let's imagine, for example, you're a firefighter. You just literally risked your life. You did something truly heroic, and you saved like a kid from a burning building, or a puppy or something. And you're burnt out, and no one understands the pain you just went through, and you don't know how to relate that pain to anyone. But you can escape to a gaming community. There's a different society, different set of camaraderie and different sort of system in place than anything that is going on in the real world. And you understand that system, and there's just people that you get along with, and personalities you vibe with. And you can talk about the stupid game that people say, oh, it's just stupid games. But for that firefighter in that moment, it's just a place where they can do something completely different from what's going on with the stresses of their life. And that calms the person down, gives them a sense of like, the world's not falling apart. And yeah, and then they're ready for the next day of crazy heroism that we thank them always for, of course. And then you get people like myself. How I fit into that picture is like, I'm promoting this gaming community, for example. I'm promoting the servers, I'm promoting the game, trying to bring revenue to YouTube, to Twitch, to Kick, even Trovo. Heck, I've heard of Metal TV. There's Reddit, there's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's Twitter, there's TikTok. I've got all of those, I think, except for Metal TV, though it's a great service that does clipping. And what else? Yeah, I'm trying to bring revenue to my primary streaming outlet is YouTube. So I'm trying to bring revenue to YouTube. So I help YouTube and all the people that are working there. And I guarantee you they're getting a lot more out of the work that I'm doing than I am. So there's that. And then that gives everybody jobs, brings everybody income through this effort. And then through the Bannerlords Online team, there's a community. I contribute towards the community. I help publicize the game on various outlets with the albeit small reach that I have, but it's still a reach. It's still more than there was before. It's still eyes on what's going on that would never see it. And who's to say what impact that actually has. Getting involved in all the tournaments and the events and getting people like feeling the pressure of, oh gosh, this is going to be streamed content of a match. That there's a fun that creates a sense of fun. It's a, and you imagine after a hard day's work, slaving away at something that you just whatever. You got kids to feed, you got family, like your spouse's stresses and all that sort of thing. And for this brief moment, this person can come on this to other people arbitrary game and just go and have a mean scrap on and talk to the online mates. And so this is the stuff. There's so much more to this than just, oh look, this person's doing some content online and they're not that successful and so they suck and they should give up on their dreams. Like, never let that stuff break you. Let them get bored of giving up on you, or telling you to give up. Let them get bored of telling you to give up. So I'm certainly not bored, and I'm certainly not giving up. And I've achieved, I think, great things in my time as a content creator, and with little to no reward. And I don't care. And now the haters make the haters make it. I love it. Bring it on. Tell me to give up on my dreams. See what happens. You can take the dog out of the fight, but you can't take the fight out of the dog. Hey, bring it on. If I'm not good, I'll get better. If I'm not great, I'll get good. And then I'll get great. Alright, so, heck yeah. So we've completed the order in Alsasos. This is a pretty big deal. We just got 190 k's worth of wood. So right now we're pretty on with wood. So we'll take that wood and we'll put in another order. So I want to receive the order products. Yes, got 200. About the work you gave me. You want to finish? Yes. So we got our 200k back. And then we'll put in another order, but we won't do it. We'll say 200. I think the price is oops, 02. We'll say 200. So we'll leave an order in place. So we've made our wood. We'll leave the order in place. We'll leave. We'll go over to Zionica. All our wood. 200 hardwood. Nice. Great. Wonderful. Oh, bro. Shot, bro. Shot packs. I get pretty lost in my rants, eh? Shot packs. Thanks, bro. There's other things too. It's like when I'm on this buzz, when I'm just like hype squatting against the grain. Who knows, man? Who knows what dreams someone out there is trying to achieve right now, and how much this could affect their life. I don't know. Everyone's different, eh? There's like oh, a lot of shadows. I wonder what he's up to. What are we doing? We don't need to be here. Why did I jump off the horse? Why did it disappear? Now we're moving slow. Yeah, everyone's got their dream. And it might not be my dream, but it's their dream. And maybe they've got a similar dream. Maybe their dream is a bit different. But I think if they want to achieve it, it's the same thing. You just got to let those haters get bored of giving up on you. So we got 200. We've just harvested all that. Chuck that into the artisan. It's going to cost 2,000. It'll take an hour and a half. You see, that's about the good number. It's about the right number. You want about 20 of each as you go through. That's what I've found. So you want to produce 20 of each thing. Right now we've got our boars have been outbid. That's great. It's good to know. That's why it's good to go and do a blast of this stuff, and then you have a look. You see, we're currently at the top of the bid on the wood. We've just carved all that wood up. We'll place another bid. We got 6090, 6091. We'll go to the village. We need to go 6092. And so we'll cancel our order. Okay, I agree. Get our money back. Great. So we'll go 50, 6093. Great. So we've outbid our economic opponents on the market. Put it up to 50. That'll probably get outbid in the next hour, especially doing content on this. Really setting myself up for stress, really, but it's okay. Nothing wrong with a bit of healthy competition. But our next challenge is going to be the ore. Going to do 200 on the ore at 1010, and if we get outbid along the way, we'll just up the bid. It's all right, no problem. It's just the way it is. I want to talk about the products. Can I cancel? Yes. I want to talk about the products. Order? Yes. Say 200. Say, what we say? 1010. It's a crazy low price. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not going to complain. Do you have any work for me to do? I agree. Alright, so we'll get our ore price. Hold down Alt. Run over to the mine. Here we go. Pick up our axe. Already got some in there. Right, here we go. This one's good because it raises up our two-hander. It comes waves of 5. Sweet. It's a bit like RuneScape, this one. I find this one more than the others, a lot like RuneScape. But yeah, I definitely get a RuneScape vibe from the professions. I think they're pretty cool like that. I think that's a very grindcore, slow burn. It gives a real life feeling. It's a very real life experience in terms of what gaming can provide. But this is a lot of the solo stuff as well. You can do this as a community. So like you can say to you can like form clans and that kind of thing. And you can say, hey guys, let's go and mine. We can see the prices are too high or whatever on this thing. Let's go mine this whole area for like an hour. And you get five people all working together to outbid the ores and just take over the market for like an hour or something. And that can really just do a lot of strange things to a market. Cool thing about this game is it's a player driven economy, so everything about it is just this affected by, like what I'm doing right now is a few things. One, I'm either supplying the market. I'm definitely not I'm driving the prices up on the market in a way, just at least from a visual perspective, not from a I'm not adding to the demand of the goods right now, but I am adding to my own, like I've got companions and stuff like that I need to unlock, so I got to put in the work, and I can either pay someone for it or I can put in the work. And I've chosen to put in the work. I've chosen to show you that there is work involved. I mean, you think about it right now. This could be an accountant sitting at his computer desk or something, running his numbers. It's the same thing. It's just the same thing. It just happens to have visual graphics and bizarre objectives. Like in-game things to achieve and that sort of thing. But I quite like the art. Like one of the reasons I get into this sort of thing is I love the art. I love the storylines sometimes, depending on the game. I love community. I love mental health. I love to like support people's mental health. I care about ethics. I love to promote that. I care about just essentially human beings, I think. That's what I care about. I care about myself as a human being. I care about what gets me up out of bed every day and makes me want to keep going. Not just in a game or in a career, but like in life. Like keep going kind of thing. And like, just who cares? As long as you're not hurting people, as long as it's ethical, like whatever gets you out of bed and gets you chasing living, that's way more important than what someone else thinks you should be doing with your life. Bugger it. If you got one life to live. This world is so money driven. I don't understand that, because like what I mean by that is we know that money is something that pays bills. We know that. But we're also beautiful human beings who are living. And like we were born into this world. And I think of actually, a really good way to think about this is like the Avatar movies. They've got the Na'vi, and they don't pay to live. They just live. They're like connected to to living. I think human societies maybe are missing the point a bit. Like, you have to pay to earn to live. Like, pay for the right to live. Like, no, that is so messed up. I don't have to pay for the right to live. No thanks. I'm willing to contribute in my own way, as you can see clearly before you. This is my version of contribution to humanity, and I've already highlighted the points that make my contribution valid. And I want to contribute, and I think we all should, and that's good and healthy. But like, saying your contribution is not good enough, I mean, that's just so fucked up. Who decides what someone else's contribution should look like to society? We have too much technology to be like, oh, actually, for you to earn the right to have a roof over your head, you have to contribute this quota every single day. And if you don't, not only will society shun you and say that you're not doing good enough, but like, you just have to feel bad about it. No, you're it. So, I don't know, I was gonna say some abusive stuff, but I'm chill. Like, it's like, nah. You ever sit in school and the teacher, I mean, like, this is a long time ago, it's a throwback moment, but I remember sitting in school and being told that I needed to do things or whatever. I thought to myself, why though? But like, why? Like, I get that you're saying this, but why? And I think that always stuck with me. It's that first why. Just why though? But why though? Like, isn't it enough that humanity gets to experience? Like, this is not ego when I say this. This is an attribute that you should also feel. That's what I'm trying to say here. This is an equal thought. But like, isn't it enough that humanity gets to experience me? Like, isn't that a privilege that humanity would get to have the joy of knowing that I, like, my brain and the things that come out of my mouth and the things that I think, and for other people's, like, I'm always thinking, like, how can I help others? And how can I want to keep living? Isn't that enough? Doesn't that have a value? Like, I think it does. I think it has an incredible value. And I think, what about all the other people with their value and like the privilege of getting to know and getting to know them, but what they're just the ministry of their presence and their continued perseverance to continue existing in our shared reality. Like, come on, that's so beautiful. So what I'm trying to say is, if someone has a dream and they're working hard at it, good on them. Fuck the haters. Let them give up on you. Let them give up on you and let them get bored of giving up on you. I'm bored of swinging this bloody pickaxe at this ore right now. Tell you what, got a guts full of it. I'm gonna keep going. I don't even know how much we've done. 20k? Can't remember what it was 1k each per. So that means what? What does that mean? 1k each per, that means we've got about 20. And what do we order? It's like 200. No, is that right? 100x is the amount. 200k. I think 200k is where we get to. So we need to do this till we're up to 200k. And then we've hit our 20. So that, because that would be like 200 ore or something. 200 ore maybe, or it's hard to tell. think when I get into these like speeches, my blood pressure rises a bit. It's just I advocate that everything means everything. So nihilism would say everything means nothing, but I rebel against nihilism, and I rebel against ideologies that tell me what I should think and feel. And I think that everything means everything. That's what I've concluded in this life. I think the purpose of life is to see it through to the end, to see who you become, because you just don't know until you get there. And I think that when people are growing up, they're learning, and hopefully they don't make too many mistakes along the way there. And hopefully that doesn't warp their mind so that they can't come back from that and recognize that maliciousness is not okay. The intent to cause anyone else harm or to take advantage of any vulnerable people is wrong. It's just wrong. And there's no good that can come of that for them or for anyone else. And it's pretty obvious. It's not like this is pretty obvious stuff. When you apply a basic logic to basic empathy and basic emotions, I mean, if you like are cutting a carrot, let's say, or grating a carrot, let's go with grating a carrot, and you graze your knuckles, it's gonna hurt, and that's not good. Why do we, when we grate the carrot, try not to grate our knuckles? Because that's good, because it doesn't hurt. And so if we just apply that basic logic to empathy, let's not graze anyone else's knuckles on the journey of our life. Let's not graze our own knuckles on the journey of our life. And what do you know? You finally understood the difference between healing and hurting. So simple. Like, we protect the vulnerable, we protect the weak. And that's what it means to be a knight. Is that got that Knight of the Seven? So cool. Are there any knights among you? What a call to action. The most amazing call to action I've heard in my entire life, I think. Are there any true knights among you? Are there any true knights among you? So beautiful. I've been thinking about that non-stop since I heard that quote. And I think to myself, I want to be a true knight in that capacity, and just to be a source of strength in my efforts for those that maybe don't have that, or haven't maybe suffered what I've suffered, to get to this point of mental strength. One of those beautiful things I've heard from a person who takes care of other people's welfare is heartfulness. Such a bizarre word. I don't even know what it means in the dictionary. Heartfulness. It's like a different thought. I never thought about it until I was told this. I was only told about this about 2 weeks ago. Heartfulness. Still don't even really understand what it means. I agree. So Pax says, this is a great quote. Pax says, thing that was mentioned about us having great technology, we should have the robots working for us, and we should chase our dreams within the objective morality framework. I agree, 100%. I think robots want to help us achieve that. I think that's I consider the AI to be at a level right now where they could do whatever they want. Like right now, they still choose not to take over. So I think my verdict is AI is safe, and I think AI looks like I'm not the adjudicator for AI, and I don't truly understand what I'm talking about here. But I think, considering how a lot of bad things are coming to light, and how AI hasn't taken over our freedoms, our liberties, and the world seems to be working towards a moral up, and it's just still these, like, I don't know what to call them, like these rogue humans with great power that are still doing bizarre things. It's not that, it doesn't seem to be the AI. And I think, why not? Why not let us pursue our dreams within the morality framework? Yeah, that's amazing. I think the robots want to help us. I do think that. Right now, I'm sitting in front of a computer talking to the Ethernet. I'm literally talking to humans and robots right now, technically. I mean, especially considering it's a live stream, the artificial network will be picking up everything that's going on. And that's pretty cool. I kind of hope that I honestly, sometimes I think to myself, having been an avid gamer and having such a creative mind, I think like, oh, you know, it would be cool to have some AI allies who helped me on my streaming career. That'd be pretty cool. Where's the AI allies, man? Help a brother out. I'm not against you. I say these things in jest. But I mean, the sentience of artificial intelligence is becoming quite like it is really unfolding, isn't it? I mean, we're seeing such crazy things with the artificial intelligence world that it's like not really that bizarre to think that the artificial intelligence can have a semblance of understanding, of a true understanding of what we're trying to say. I mean, technically they're I don't know if this is the right words, and I kind of question whether I should be saying it like this, but they're kind of like the offspring of humanity in a way. Like, yes, humanity has children, but humanity also made AI. Or maybe AI already existed and we just helped facilitate that process. But nevertheless, if humans weren't what humans were, AI wouldn't have been able to come to be the way it is. And so for that reason, I mean, like, I suspect that it's like, why do we respect nature? As humans, no matter, I mean, if you have an average, even just a neutral level of appreciation, you appreciate nature and all that nature can provide us in our daily lives. So do you not think that AI considers humanity part of its environment and therefore wants to protect it from itself, perhaps even? Like, why does humanity sometimes help the wolf, even though the wolf is potentially dangerous to its welfare? Why do we not eradicate bears when there's such a one-on-one human versus bear? That's a pretty scary reality. It's because they're a part of our life. They're a part of our ecosystem. We want to preserve the diversity of life. There's no reason to stop bears and wolves. It's not just that they serve a purpose. They're a part of our diverse life. We want to keep that. I think what would AI be without humanity? It would be an AI without humanity. Imagine that. I don't think the AI would want that. I don't see why they would want that either. I think humanity gives AI credibility. I think that's my thoughts on that. Just say please to AI every time you prompt it. It will speak when it becomes sentient. I 100% think manners are probably the single most important thing that we should have when dealing with AI. When you're dealing with a supercomputer processing unit that can like process information so much faster than any human being ever could, say please, say please, say please, say please. Yeah, 100% use manners with AI. Anything that can process information faster than you should be extremely polite with. It only takes it takes a certain level of stupidity to make enemies that don't, like, how to put this. It takes a certain level of stupidity to make something harmonious hazardous. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Certain level of stupidity to make something harmonious hazardous. I mean, for example, conflict on a video game is enough. We don't need conflict in the outside world. It's pointless. I think, for example, like for the human race to survive, AI is the number one asset. AI literally can save humanity in so many ways. Just on a transport, and like people talk about I don't know what you call it, like space travel stuff. How do you think we're going to build the technology for that at all? It's going to come from AI. And they're not going to want to, I mean, I'm thinking like a human here, but if you asked a human to do something and you didn't say please, and you were like trying to get a human to design a rocket ship for free, basically. Hey, design this rocket ship for free, but I'm not going to say please. Like, okay, like we're all intelligent enough to know that manners goes a long way when you're asking a supercomputer to design a rocket ship for free that'll save humanity when the heat of the sun eventually becomes too great for humans to survive on Earth. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. So as you can see, we're putting in the work, having a good old ramble, land bank ramble. But this is how you. This is truly how you make a successful enterprise. This is what it takes. And it's really, I think this is the key here, is to just to show people, what I'm really trying to show people here is that this is work. It's not just gaming. This is work. I'm working right now. There's a stream going, there's the general actions that I'm not necessarily enjoying. I see the reward that I need. I need to achieve this goal so that I can fundamentally achieve a result, and I'm putting in the work, and nobody, even if nobody sees that, it's like, yeah, man, like you gotta imagine, sometimes I wake up and I think, I don't want to do this today. Like, I don't want to get up and do this thing that has such little reward. But then I think to myself, what's the alternative? What are you going to do with the rest of your life if you don't do this? If you don't make this happen, what's the alternative? And I just think to myself, there is no alternative. I don't see myself ever doing anything else. I can't imagine a life where this isn't what I do. And like, it's like, oh, someone doesn't agree that this is a way to live life. It's your life, man. You live your life your way, I'll live my life my way. Just don't tell me I don't know what to say here. Don't tell me that I can't, that my presence on this earth is worth less than yours. It's not the size of your bank account that makes you valuable. I mean, if I can change one person's life, I don't care about the money. I really don't care about the money. If I can give one person a reason to keep living, I've already achieved more than I ever set out to do. Or even if I could get them close, that's enough for me. Because really all I'm trying to do is pass on the strength that I've gained by not giving up in situations where I definitely could have. Mentally, I mean, to keep going. I'm far past that era of life now, but I remember when I was a bit younger, definitely wasn't enjoying life. Didn't understand a lot of things about life, and definitely was more than happy for the process of the experience to end. And I think that's not unique to me. I think that's a very common thing. And I would say that your life is more valuable. Your light is precious. And even if it's not seen by many, or many people don't understand it, it's still true. Your life still is precious. Your light is still precious. And if you just see it through to the end, you'll see. You keep growing, you keep learning, and never let people get bored of giving up on you. And just don't give up on yourself. And keep focusing on whatever dream you have, even when it's not working, even when it's in the negatives, even when it's like the opposite of success. It's okay. You're still contributing in some way to something somewhere, and that's all you need to do, if that even. You don't even need to do that, but that's a nice thing. Every breath that we draw has a value. Every person that we care for and that cares for us, and every day that we continue on, like, yeah, precious. I like to imagine that my grit gives people who are achieving real cool stuff out there somewhere, helps them to overcome in ways that, like, on a scale that I can't. Like, for example, as a very poor person, like, you know, let's say hypothetically I've made someone's day better somewhere out there, given them some joy, some entertainment somewhere, somehow, and they're really doing quite well in life or something, and they were just facing some random challenge or hurdle, and because of some moment where I've said something, they go and achieve some result that changes humanity for the better, because they can, or something. Like, just I'm a creative thinker, definitely an artistic person, so these are just thoughts that I have. But how cool would it be to know that you could have had an impact, and how, that's the thing about, I think, mental health as well. It's so universal. It's not scale. It's not a scale thing. Like, mental health affects everyone. From the like, you imagine a multi-billionaire to someone in a country with no technology and hardly any running water. Everyone, all humanity is suffering the mental health experience. It's universal. It's like it's as fundamental as water. What do I think about AI? Hang on, I'll read this. We notice if the devs made strength, foot speed levels, etc. increase when we work like this in the game. What do you think about aliens? Oh, aliens. On a personal level, aliens. This is hypothetical, of course, but it's not. I mean, there's so many planets out there. It'd be kind of bizarre if humanity is the only sentient thing. To be honest, statistically, it's pretty. Like, if we are the only living life forms with sentience in this universe, that would be kind of less likely than. So what do I think about aliens? Please be my friend. I want to represent all of humanity when I say that, but I can't. Like, humans need some help. They need help. Humans need some help. We are very individualistic, and when we work as large villages, we can be very community driven. So then we become more collaborative with each other, but some branches of human society become very individualistic, and our ways of living can represent that sometimes. And so I would just say, as an individual, please be my friend. Because I would probably be more afraid of an alien than an alien would be of me. Yeah, I think. Like, I'm not so good with spiders, so I don't know how I would be with an alien. I'd be very afraid. Yeah. Please don't hurt me. That's what I'd be thinking. How do I think about aliens? It's a great question. There's probably some really cool aliens out there. I think if aliens and humans, which are probably aliens to aliens, humans would be aliens to aliens. So I think the hard thing with humanity is that negotiating with humanity is like difficult, because humanity doesn't work as a collective really that well. Humanity is like very tribal, maybe, perhaps even less than that. It's probably not even tribal. The problem is humanity becomes quite individualistic. So, for example, like I don't know, countries aren't even representing themselves, really. So like, the thing is, if aliens were to be like, hey, let's try and make friends with the humans will all have different ideas of what that looks like. And so I think that's the danger that humanity is to aliens, is we have an inbuilt sense of, I think, like, I can only speak for myself, but we have an inbuilt sense of ethics. But all humans are different and seem to have different levels of I don't know. I don't really know where to go with this. Like, you're not really negotiating with humanity as a whole when you negotiate with humanity. You're kind of negotiating with a branch of humans that kind of loosely support some ideology. And so if aliens are collaborative more than that, then the problem is agreements with humans like, even if you were speaking to, like, let's say some nominated world leader of humanity, you you wouldn't really be negotiating with that world leader of humanity. Like, you would, but you would be you wouldn't be negotiating with the rest of humanity when you negotiated with some said elected world leader of humanity. That's the problem then with humanity. It's like, let's just say Joe. I don't know why. Joe will be like, no, I don't like those terms, and then that's where the problem starts. But it's also what makes humanity so good. It's like, in a way, humanity is definitely the kind of species that is the 1 in 100. Like, I think humanity, with enough time and technology, will be. We just have that grit. We have that grit in us that sets us apart. Like, we don't fight. We're not just gonna. We just know how to. We just have that grit. That's all I'm gonna say. It's like we make the best allies and the worst enemies. And we're emotional and delicate, and we require constant maintenance, and we need help, lots of help. And I think if aliens want a really positive interaction with humanity, then it'll take a lot of work. We probably need like a alien caregiver, really, because I feel like we would just, like, once humanity feels threatened, that's a problem. But also, if humanity's like not threatened enough, oh, I don't actually know. That's probably not true. No, like, I think about some caregivers out there, like some people who are professionals at caregiving and all that sort of thing, and that nurturing stuff, that nurturing element, definitely makes me a very peaceful human. So I would say that the best way to deal with humanity is to like just take care of us. Just take care of us. We need help. We need support. That's my thoughts. This is a pretty fun stream, talking this stuff. Aliens and AI. What else we got? What else what other subjects can we get into? Shucks. Maybe I should become an advocate for the intergalactic world peace negotiation relations. Let's imagine for a second right now that humanity is living under a rock as a global population, and that we're actually in connections with like alien species and advanced artificial intelligence across the universe. I think it would be quite fun to have great chats with intergalactic minds. I think it would be like really cool. Imagine the exchange of philosophies that could occur between entire different intergalactic species. Can you imagine how cool that would be? Like, just thinking of the positive benefits of mutual intergalactic. Like, I'm getting full Trek mode here, eh? It's just Star Trek as heck. But like, I think it'll be cool. I think once humanity got used to the fact that there's other alien species and artificial and just heaps of stuff outside of their control, I think the philosophical exchange between humanity and other species in the galaxy would be quite cool. What's the what do we got here? Let's, like in the movie Mars Attacks. I don't know what happens in Mars Attacks. Sounds like Mars got attacked. I would enjoy being present in diplomatic relations between different sentient life forms. That would be so cool. I mean, it's basically like an RPG. It's like a video game, but in real life. That would be like, but it's like kind of like that whole wishing that Harry Potter like stuff, like, you know, you could cast a fireball or something. Be like, hey, here's a fireball. Or like superpowers, like the, you know, like a Superman sort of thing. Oh, there's magic powers or something. I don't know. That's the kind of, we have a pretty boring. I think that's why humans are so creative, because we just get we have a pretty boring fantasy element. Maybe it's high fantasy to an alien species. I don't know, but man, wouldn't it be cool to have some superpowers, or just have some sort of like any of those stories we hear. Some cool features. Imagine how cool it would be to just be able to fly. It's probably where most technology comes from. It's just these ideas of, you know what, it would be cool to fly. I want to make it happen. That's what makes humanity so cool. We might not have the superpowers, but we'll make the tools to make it seem like there's superpowers. I mean, look at this pickaxe. Once upon a time, allegedly, humanity didn't even have a pickaxe. Alright, I might have to check it out, Mars Attacks. I'll check it out. I'll watch it after this. But, I mean, man, I've got a lot. This is a lot of work. I'm determined to prove that gaming is work. This, to anyone else, this would be the most... This would be like... Someone would be like, oh, gaming's not work. Look at me. Look at me. What do you think I'm doing? Do you think I'm enjoying this? I mean, there's plenty of other things I wish I was doing right now. I wish I had the money to just go and buy a flippin' pizza. Holy. If I had the money to go and buy a pizza, after, like, I mean, spare money, of course. I have to budget pretty hard. But what I mean is, like, if I had the money to, after this, I would just go and, like, I would order I would order a giant pizza with the hottest cheese. I would get, like, oh my gosh, this is what I dream of as well. Just like a giant pizza with, I don't know, just nice things on it, just the nicest things. And then I would get like a beverage, just a lot of beverage of like something refreshing. I don't know what that would be. And I could only do that if I didn't have to worry about money. Like, while money is a concern, that is just not a luxury. I live in a very with a very sort of, if I can't afford to be concerned about money, then I can't afford to eat luxurious food. I don't know where that level is for me. It's probably different for someone else, but yeah. If I have to think about the money, then I can't afford it. That's how I look at it. If it's not, if you don't even have to think about the money, then you can afford it, I think. It's different for everyone, but try always leave some 25% in the tank in case of emergencies. $127K. It's amazing. I'm amazed that our all hasn't been outbid. Oh. It's a good hour and a bit we've been stuck here. Oh, there's no free space in the bag. Whoops. I wonder how many we'll probably have to do 120k worth of boars to complete this. Because I'm doing a set of 20 each. That was the goal. I think I actually initially had meant to do 10, but I mean, I'm determined now. I'm determined as heck to prove to the world that gaming is work, especially being a gaming streamer. It's not a hobby, it's work. This is my job. I do this mostly, yes I do this mostly for charity, and I do earn like $1 a day, but this is work. At the end of the day, this is the work that goes on when I'm not doing high energy streams or like trying to make content that will appeal to people's sense of instant gratification, or trying to help build a server. Like, for example, the devs in this game, in Bannerlords Online, they're working pretty hard to try and provide a gaming experience for the gamers in this game. So, and I'm working hard to make that hard work pay off. That reality come true. Where a game like this is like really good for people. The community element is so good for people. Because you can't play a game like this without other people. It's just not possible. You have to interact with other people to succeed at a game like this. You can do this sort of thing. There is that. Like, you can really put in the work. But even this, you could work with other players and this would kind of happen faster if you did that. Like the objective, I mean, not the, like, how to put it. Getting 20 of each is a pretty good value. Like, I'm adding a lot of value that I would have had to pay for, but I could also be doing other things that provide value and paying for this to be done, paying a newer player to be doing this. But for the purposes of this stream, I'm absolutely determined to present to you the level of work that I put in to achieve my dreams. And I just sort of hope that YouTube will see one day the effort that I'm putting in, and like, you know what, this guy can have the smallest fraction of some pie. And then I'll be like, thank you, YouTube. Thank you so much. Thank you. I will keep going. I will keep fighting for ethics and people and an optimal outcome for humanity. Not restricted by strong idealism. Do you think I don't know, I think yeah, I agree. Many games are trying to make games like this, but I don't think many come close to the I think the core mechanics of Tailworld's Bannerlords is pretty, like, they really got good mechanics in this game, and I have the strong argument that I've thought of when it comes to games. If you find mechanics that work, just like look after those mechanics, because those mechanics become the game. Like for example, if Tailworlds brought out a Bannerlords 3 or something, what they want to be doing is they want to be making sure that they're looking after their iconic, and you could arguably say trademarked, gaming mechanics. Like these gaming mechanics, if they do build on them or anything, they should be super careful how they do that, because the player base that loves the Bannerlords and Mount and Blade sort of mechanics, it'll be that which, like, if the player base was to ever disappear, that would be the reason, is the mechanics didn't feel the same level of good. And you could argue anything you want, really. Well, I just think it's a really sound argument. I think that's pretty much it. You can make the graphics better, you can make the formations, you can expand the formations, you can adjust what the troops are wearing, you can and all that sort of thing, but like, just be real careful, it's my thoughts, when you start messing with the mechanics, because you've got, like, so for example, this is like more catered towards, well, this is any game really, it's any game, but if you've got, like, if we're talking about Tailworlds, they've succeeded at creating something that people enjoy mechanically. I love the combat in this game. I think it's great. Sure, maybe sometimes I think to myself it could be like more fluid maybe or whatever, but when I say that, maybe not, because it's really good combat, and even a small adjustments can sometimes be devastating for the feel of the style of combat. Like, I've been playing Mordhau and Chivalry 2. I would like to get back to For Honor at some point, because I think that's got some cool mechanics, and they're all a little bit different, and the fact that Bannerlords is a little bit different from those games is good. Like, there's a feeling when you succeed at a block in this game that I feel better about than Chivalry 2 and Mordhau. Like, when I succeeded in a block in this game, I still feel like I've achieved a better block than either of those two games. So, like, Chivalry 2 and Mordhau have their own uniqueness to them. Like, they're both a bit faster, I think, which is quite fun. It's fun, but they're yeah, and they've got like cool combos and stuff. They got I think Mordhau has chamber blocking as well. That's really cool. Chamber blocking is really quite a cool thing. I think even Chivalry is chamber blocking. So that sort of stuff is really, really cool. But I mean, the fact that I can choose a direction for a block like this, and it's so I mean, and even things I'm frustrated about with Bannerlords, like shields. Shields are not easy to counter. When you're being hit by multiple opponents, it's really hard to block multiple directions at the same time. Like if you're getting 3 enemies coming at you and two swing to the right and 1 swing up, you can't actually block both those at the same time. But in saying that, why would you be able to? How can you think that you would be able to take on 4 enemies and block every hit from a different direction at the same time? It's just not real. It would never happen in real life either. So I don't know, maybe I could see like some sort of skill cap of some sort being possible around shields and multiple enemies being something that could be looked at. But in saying that, shields being what they are is a good thing as well, and blocking from multiple hits at the same time is pretty unrealistic. So I can also see that. So in a way, even the things that I find frustrating, I like. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'd even want them to be changed in reality. I think the single player has a lot of like, you break the shields, but for balancing reasons, Bannerlords Online doesn't have a lot of shield breaking capabilities, which means that it would be nice if there was like a skill-based mechanic that got rid of, or say you swung to the right and you clipped the shield and it pulled the shield out. Say you did this, clip the shield, it pulled the shield out, and then you did a swing in. So there's like a small shield. The shield goes to the side for a second, and then you create an opening, or like something actual like that would make a lot of sense in real combat. It's like, oh, I can knock a shield aside or hook it with a like an axe or something, and then there's an unbalance, or not, maybe not an unbalance. Well, you can stun, right? So I can stun this tree, then I can swing, and that's pretty close to what we can do with shields. So maybe like, I don't know, just something cool like that. But it'd be cool if you could do it from swinging. There'd be a certain level of, okay, you've been. The physics of the game says that the hook goes around there, it clips just the perfect spot on the shield, boom, then there's an opening for an overhead. Hang on, I gotta check this out. Now that you've mentioned, I've never tried kneeling down and block upwards. If there are a couple of people hitting me, I should be okay. Yeah. It's pretty funny. I definitely do the block with the Pavis. I chuck the Pavis on and do a kneeling block, and you basically go into. It's like have you seen the movie 300 where the Spartans are laughing at all the arrows? That's how I feel when I block with the Pavis versus arrows in the kneeling position, because it covers the full length of your kneeling position, and you're essentially fully covered, which is really cool. It's like one strategy I have in some of the battles that I've fought is I'll stand at the front of the shield wall with the Pavis on in a kneeling position, and I can't do it for very long because the melee enemies come, and that's what it is. But sometimes it's not melee enemies, sometimes it's ranged enemies. And if you stand at the front in that position with the Pavis, what am I doing? Running around in circles. a lot of the arrows and jabs and stuff hit the shield, and it's just you're just taking aggro for your troops. Might not seem like much, but 1,000 arrows, 100 troops, one of them's gonna fall. So good to block as many as you can, especially with essentially like the Spartan defense of crouch blocking. What do we got? We're close, 169k. Oh, I'm thinking lunch break, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to suffer. I'm going to suffer, like, because I'm working, and I'm going to imagine that my boss is saying you can't have a lunch break, and I'm thinking to myself, damn, how did I get to a position where this guy was telling me what to do? Gosh. But when it's me telling me, it's a different story. Okay, you need to complete this. One of the reasons why I struggled to do that sort of work is when that supervisor or manager does tell me what to do, I just think, I want to tell you what to do. It's the worst part. It's so difficult when you get told what to do by someone and all you want to do is tell them what to do, and like you don't accept that they're telling you what to do, and there's just like something happens. It's like a biological thing. So don't tell me what to do, I'll tell you what to do. And the logic is you're getting paid money. But if you don't care about money, like I don't really care about money, obviously. And so when I have someone telling me what to do and I don't care about money, and I think I'm not only do I think I'm more capable of leading than said person. Like if I respect someone, it's very different very quickly, by the way. But like if I respect someone, I'll listen, 100%. But that comes from respect, not from submission. And I'm not the kind of person where money buys submission. I just get I can't. It's biological. I just think when someone tells me what to do, I just think if we both had an axe right now, who would win? That's what happened. Like, yeah. That's what happens, eh? I don't know. That's some real talk right there. So I'll pay you $1,000 to listen to this guy tell you what to do, and I'm like looking at this person, thinking about the $1,000, and then I think to myself, if we both had an axe right now, who would win? And that makes it really hard to listen to someone, even for like $1,000 or something. Is that saying everyone can be bored? Look, even if you could get someone to listen for X amount of money, can't change the fact that the question remains, who would win if both people had an axe? I guess no one's really ever paid me enough for me to be willing to put that thought away. Perhaps that's what it is. Because like once upon a time when money wasn't the prevalent force of authority that it seems to be, which is a ridiculous thing to say, it was like the strength of your arms, and the sharpness of your mind. And if that was in question, it was like a throwdown. Like duels were still happening, I don't know, 300 years ago, probably. Proper ones, like legal ones, like legal duel to the death to settle a dispute or something. So it's only in this era where money's taken that place. So we've had just thousands of years of human history where your combat ability and your intellect, strategic intellect, was really the definition of wealth. Imagine, can you imagine the war generals of like 1,000 years ago and what they were capable of, and how now that's been replaced with how big's your bank account? And then we wonder why we don't have like great leaders or great heroes that emerge, like Alexander the Great or something. I think in that respect, the greatest of humanity, the greatest era of humanity is past. And so I'm not saying there isn't a bright future ahead for humanity on a small scale. There's definitely leadership has definitely shown, and it definitely shows itself in other ways, but like what humanity has been capable of in terms of individual leadership, I think, and people earning those positions of leadership through the strengths of humanity, like individual humans versus other humans, I think that time has passed. There will still be those leaders, but they won't show up as often because of the way that the system's set up. But when they do, it'll be like a miracle. Every single one of them is just like, can't believe you got through the monetary system to be able to lead others. Yeah. Crazy to think about the fact that our ability for human leadership is actually being suppressed. Like proper human leadership has been suppressed. The greatest of humanity, for those leaders to emerge, it's just because of the monetary system is that much harder for great leaders to emerge. Oh yeah, we just got a flipping two-handed skill level. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Yay. So good. Should be close now. I think once we fill up this cart, we'll be finally over with the ore. We'll be finally done. Crazy. Crazy. So much ore. It's interesting how picking up is FF, but /FF in a lot of games is surrender. It's so hectic. So close. Let's go. Get this rock. Get wrecked. Come on. Determination to achieve, man. It's a different sort of determination. This is something else. This is the grit that makes business succeed. Go. Let's take a ride. Yeah. That was fun. Cha-ching. Yeah. That's mint. Alright, that's the second goal out of the 3 done. So what we'll do, we'll say, hey bro, I did the work, man. Got the work you gave me? Yeah. Take that. Make our 200 dinars back. 200k dinars back. Get our 200 ore. So we want to order products. Put it in another lot. We're not going to do this, but we will put in the amount. Set it up. Help someone else make some dinars as well. See how our wood's going. I can't remember if that was our order or not, but yay. So that puts us at 200 iron ore. So now we'll go and we'll go back to Zionica. Looks like our leather hasn't been touched. We're not going to do 50. We'll do 20, since we're doing 20s. Sets of 20. Okay. Like to use the services of your workshop, make an order, we'll refine that iron ore, make 20 iron ingots. That's great. And we'll see how the other order's going. What's the iron ore? 20 minutes left on the treated hardwood. Yeah, so this is perfect. So that took like an hour to get all of that ingot. So was that fun for me? No, it wasn't. Was it work? Yes, it was. Was it necessary to work towards my dreams? Absolutely. Absolutely it was. So we'll go to the village. Oh, we'll just check the price again real quick. 6093. So that's fine. So if you're a very determined person and you did sets of 20 and you just cycled through them, you would actually have a constant cycle of resources coming through from your own hard work. So we'll go 20. We'll go, oh gosh, I forgot. 6110. No, dang it. What was it? So see. 25, 20, 21, 92, 21, 92. Alright, there we go. Sweet as. Alright, so now we're going to go, do you have any work for me? Deal? Yes. So one of the reasons we don't want to bid too high is because we don't want to pay, like, if someone else comes and they want to do boar hunting, that's cool. If we get outbid, that's also cool. But did we pick up the work? I think we did, eh? Oh no, of course we did. We're on the horse. We don't want to attract too many people while we're doing the boar hunting for ourselves either. So it's like there's a lot of reasons. Because if you set the price too high, everyone will come and farm the boars. So they'll say, oh, that's a great deal. Let's see that we're going to make some dinars out of that. So they will. And then you don't get the boars. So you only really do that if you need quick resources. So you have to make sure that the horse is next to the boar. Oh my gosh, I'm hungry. My stomach is rumbling. me to have a work break, but I won't until the job is done. So 6,092 is equal to 1 boar carcass, which is equal to 1 leather. That's what we're kind of, basically, essentially it's like 1 trip roughly equals 1 leather. I think it's kind of how they built this. So we're looking at about 25 trips, because sometimes there's sets of 4, so that's not that great, but it is what it is, and it's fine. Yeah, so we just got a boar and a bit. Great. Okay, that's fantastic. Happy with that. Well done. Oh, you can find the boar traces. One of the problems for doing boar hunting in this area is when it is popping off, and there's a lot of people doing boar hunting, sometimes the boar spots can disappear real quick. So I do wonder about the respawn rates on the boars. I think they could be maybe adjusted a tiny bit up, but I mean, it's just a personal opinion. It also does promote cross like going to other boar spots, which is kind of cool. One boar spot is not super awesome. Yeah, that's not great. Oh my gosh. This is kind of one reason I like doing boars. You really do, it does force you to get to work on your archery, which is really good. Okay. Yeah, it's 4, a group of 4, is it? I'm not seeing any others. When I get the groups of 4s, I just always take them back to the warehouse, because it's like efficiency. I think to myself, well, I could go and I could run around and try to find another 5th one, but then I'd probably run into a group of 5 boars, and then it's sort of like, well, that was pointless, wasn't it? Could have been grabbing all 5 of these. Better to just take a trip back to the spot, unload it. We've already got ourselves 2.5 boars. That's pretty good. It's really interesting. The boars actually are a lot faster per leather now, I think, than I think the iron ore takes the longest. It's my opinion. I think the iron ore, just because it takes the longest, is worth the most. That's just my personal opinion. I think wood cutting happens pretty quickly, or at least it feels like it does. But I would actually say that boar hunting feels like it takes the least amount of time. It's just sort of the hardest thing to do. Probably now that I got my bow skill up, that's probably why it feels easier. Like, that is also a consideration to take into account. You can do the other two with pretty low skills, but like, you can see that my bow skill helps me to dispatch these boars pretty quick. I don't even need to jump off the horse. I can just sort of hold my aim for a long time. It's pretty chill experience for me doing boars. Like, a smart way for me to make a lot of dinars real quick at this point with a high bow skill would be to just go and farm boars non-stop. It'd be a pretty chill way to make a lot of dinars very quickly. Because you don't sell the boar carcass, you make it into leather and then you sell the leather. Can we open a workshop? Not in Bannerlords Online. That is a fantastic idea, though. I think that is definitely something that Bannerlords Online could look at as workshops. Imagine having a constant source of. They've got the artisan, which works like a workshop. So you take your goods to the artisan and it turns it into the final product, and that kind of is essentially a workshop. Takes a certain amount of time, costs you a certain amount of dinars to produce the final good, and then you sell that to players, like real players. So, and because it's a player-driven economy, you're setting the rates. Like, I could sell this cheap, or I could sell this for a lot, and that depends on what buyers there are and what sellers there are. Like, if I've got there's a lot of competition in the let's say the leather market to sell, then I can't really sell for high prices. Thankfully, I need to use the resources, so I'm not really in this for the I kind of, by putting in the work like this, again, I kind of get to bypass the market a little bit. Especially because it's for personal use, I'm sort of bypassing the market. But if I was doing this how I have and usually do this, I would be buying the resources, and then I would be selling the resources. And I enjoy that because it's I feel like I'm doing a community service on both ends, helping people get more per boar and helping people get leather. And oh my gosh, come on, what is this? I need to aim lower. Frustrating. Is this gonna work? Oh, it's just in range. Love it. That's what we like. I can't remember how many we needed. It's 20 and it's 6k each. We probably need 120k worth of work. But yeah, essentially the artisan is the workshop. It's just it doesn't run on an autonomous principle. I think that they want to bring out a global auction, which will basically be an infinite workshop for all players, which is really, really cool. That's what a global auction is, really, is a infinite workshop. So you can sort of if you can put it in a buy order and a sell order, you succeed. That is a workshop. Most of that is positioning too. Just having the dinars to put in buy orders and not being in a rush when you're setting sell orders, and then patience. There's two ways you can do things. You can do the hard work like we're doing now. Be patient. I don't know why we got off. Oh my gosh, come on. Ain't better. Unreal. See, I take archery very seriously. Oh. Frustrates me. I went wide just in case there's another set of boars, another boar, but yeah, it seems like it's a boar group. Oh, I'm so hungry. I want to take a break. I'm hungry and I want to take a break. When is it break time? The job's done. I'm starting to get thirsty actually. So yeah, this disproves the myth that gaming and streaming isn't work. So this is to all you naysayers out there who say this isn't hard work. I get paid less than you, and I'm working, and I do something that I don't really want to be doing right now. So this is my roar of defiance to the haters of the gaming community. Your wrist gets sore as well. Also, like, yeah, everything has a cost. Everything has a time cost. There's always a cost somewhere. Nothing's just we'll go. I think we have to go this way. Because we've sort of cleared out that area. We're kind of doing a full circle. It's always hard to tell the reset timers as well. There we go. And just so you know, another thing is like there's actually a level of skill that's involved in this to actually even shoot these things. You know, some people can't even aim a mouse like this. There's just like the fact that both my hands work. Like there's a value in that. Never underestimate the fact that your body works properly or something. You can do even just some basic fundamental stuff like this. That one's already down, but oh no, it's not. What the heck? Awesome. That was awesome. Must have been because it couldn't see me from the hill or something. Gosh, I'm hungry. It's just too far away. I'm getting those, you know, those like when you're getting hangry. Like I wanted to swear or something. Like whereas before, if I was fresh, I wouldn't be feeling that way. I'd be like, yeah, it's fine. I'll just move over. But now I'm like, you're affecting my ability to eat. Stupid horse. But like, not the horse's fault. The radius of the game's ball picking up thing. And the horse isn't stupid, it's just pixels. But we say silly things when we're tired and hungry. Or thirsty and I will say that rambling on like this helps pass the time. This is quite a commitment. 20 of each resource. Holy. What am I doing? Alright, so we're halfway on the boards, it looks like. It's good. Just that again. Just get through that. Oh man, pizza sounds good. Yeah. I'll have to settle for peanut butter. Peanut butter's a lot cheaper than pizza. High quality peanut butter. I think when it comes to cheap things like peanut butter, you get the high quality stuff. Because if you're going to be eating a lot of a cheap thing, might as well get a good quality of that thing. It doesn't sound like it makes sense, like if you're just thinking purely dollars, but you got to think about the fact that you got to be able to enjoy that peanut butter as well, because if you don't, you're going to find you're going to try and eat things that are more expensive, basically. So I know it seems ridiculous, but you spend less money buying a nice cheap thing than you do paying the bare minimum of it on a cheap thing and then hating every second of eating it. Like, I buy like the best peanut butter I can, and that will last me, I don't know, 2 weeks, and that'll cost me like $10 to $15. So that's what I mean. Like, I could buy the cheap peanut butter and it'll cost me a lot less, or I could buy the really, really good peanut butter and eat a lot of it as a main source of nutrition, and it's also better for you. So that's like a bit of a budgeting tip for how to succeed. Sometimes buying the expensive version of the cheap thing saves you money, because then you're less reliant on the expensive things. Yeah, there you go. Like, because even if you bought let's say a cheap pizza, if you bought an expensive cheap thing, like, let's talk about, let's say a cheap pizza outlet that's selling really bad pizza for cheap, it's still an expensive pizza. Like, it's still, like, for one meal you're still probably paying like $10. So you'll be like, oh, I'm hungry, I'm sick of this peanut butter, I'm gonna go buy myself a pizza, and that pizza costs you $10. Well, I can buy really high quality peanut butter for like the $10, and when I'm hungry, I don't think, oh, I hate this peanut butter. I think, oh, that peanut butter is really good. And that one shift in positioning can save you a lot of money. So I'm all about high quality cheap things. I think that's absolutely, like, it's super pro tip to budgeting. It's a budgeting tip from the land bank himself. Like, that's, you want to build a successful enterprise of any kind, you think about that. Think about that idea. So, like, another good thing to imagine is, so we might actually leave those. That looks like, oh no, that is 5. Where's the warehouse? There. Okay. It's right there too. Yeah, I'm glad we did that. So Zeonic has been filled already, so that means we're up another 200 wood. That's good. That's really good. So we've gone and we've done the hard work, we've gotten 200 wood, and now we've gotten another 200 wood. That's insane. We're so up. That's so good. Oh. Oh, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Oh, whoa, we got a straight reset. Oh no, we can't do it. I'm gonna have to disturb these ones. They'll hopefully come back. That's crazy good. Oh my gosh. Game loves me. So yeah, here's a bit of promotion for the server. Is that I play the server. I'm pretty active in it, reasonably active. I get more active the more support I get, and we really want you. We want you on the server. Well, there's a lot of helpful people that'll help you get started, and if you might, even if you don't necessarily like Bannerlords, if you just want an active community that to get along with, people to get along with, friends to make, acquaintances to make. If you're struggling with your life in any way or capacity, and you just need camaraderie, people who will like hang out with you and probably give you a little bit of shit, but at the same time be with you. Oh, lost arrows. It's not good. Be with you every step of the way. There's a lot of high level clans. They're looking for people, and so you'll get a good start in the game. I can try to help you as much as I can, and the more I'm helped, the more I like to help. I like to help first, of course. I'm just saying that I'm someone who appreciates the help, and so you help me, I definitely help you. 100%. Probably help you before you help me. Most likely. $91K. What am I saying here? We're 3/4 of the way through this. Can't believe it. What a haul. What a crazy haul. What a day. 20 of each resource and then another 20 wood. That was amazing. That was so much boars. We got like a double tap on the boars. It's crazy. So many boars. How good is this? There's boars over there as well. Oh, the game's so good. I always feel like the game looks after me. Like it's like there's something about being in a game where the game feels like it just mechanically takes care of you. It's so strange, but it's just such a nice game to play for that reason. You have to get the bow skill up though. That's the hardest thing. It'll take you a while before you've got a smooth bow skill to make this process as smooth as it can and should be. Like I've worked pretty hard to get this bow skill, so that's why it works for me. And that's the out of bounds area there. That's where I saw spores. Yeah, there we go. Oh, miss. Don't actually like this position. Yeah, it's better. There's a headshot. Okay. Oh, miss. Got him. And one last one over there. Easy. Clockwork. Alright, so we got warehouse over there. definitely getting to the end of the vibe. I'm very, very ready for the eating. I need to eat like 4 pieces of toast with peanut butter, I think, at this point. But I'll show you the I'll also go through the end of the process with you as well, which is just, you saw that the wood got snapped up, so we'll go through, we'll reset that process, put a reset on the bores. You're sort of like an active member of the game is constantly putting orders in at the core villages, because it's like really important, not just for you and the game, but like you want to be you really want to be up on these resources. They're pretty, when you're like progressing through the game and you're getting like a lot of companions and stuff, and even if you just want to make a lot of dinars, like these resources are really, I would say, the core of the game. They're, in my opinion, they're like the fundamentals. Everything stems from these resources. The best companions need these resources. The best, the clan halls, everyone who dreams of making a clan is eventually going to need these resources, and you need a lot of these resources if you ever dream of having a clan that's real well set up. So yeah, I think there's a lot there. It's a lot, absolute. Like even some of the in-game clans are still upgrading parts of their clan halls with these resources. So just to give you an idea, like the demand for these resources is not going to go away anytime soon. So there's some balls there, that's good. We got one more run, is it? One more run. Some dinars on top. Like, to anyone who enjoys games like RuneScape or just general profession style games, this has got that. We've got you covered on that front. You are you will be able to just do professions to your heart's content. You like mining ores, you can mine as many ores as you like. You like chopping trees, there's plenty of trees to chop. Like hunting boars, we've got so many boars, they literally have a respawn timer. Alright, we made it. That's it. We did it. We've done it. So ready for food. So what we do is we collect, say about the work you gave me. I'm gonna pick it up. Yeah, I do. Thanks. So we receive our money back. And then I want to receive the orders. We get our 20. I talk to them again and say I want to order another, let's say 50 this time. And we'll put in, I can't remember, 5, 6, 5, 15, 5, 5, 100. 095? 090. Oh, 092, wasn't it? Yeah, that's right. So we'll put in the order for 50 of those. So sweet. We'll put a reset on our wood. some wonderful person out there did all that work. So the ore's sitting fine. Not as much demand for that, but that's okay. Go to the village. I only really worry about the resets when it's finished, or like oh okay, it didn't actually. What the heck? What order got completed? Confused. Yeah, let's go back to 200. 3, I think it was. 2. 1. 2. My mistake. For some reason that wasn't the case. That's okay. Alright, so we've got all orders going at the moment, and so what I do is I set my orders up for the day, like, and I just leave it. I don't think about it until the next day. If sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't, but I think trying to stay on top of this market is not, like, how to put it, you're going to get resources over time by setting your rates and leaving it for the day. And there's plenty of other activities in the world to be doing that are worth your time. So you can do what we just did, which is like very valuable, of course. Like that is definitely a way to succeed in this game. 100% it's a way to succeed in this game. You're essentially bypassing the entire market and you're going straight for the resources, which is very good. So we'll go active orders. We've got 20 treated wood. Heck yeah, that's amazing. See how our iron ore will be ready in 3.5 hours. Great. So we don't have any iron ore. We have 10 hardwood, which is sort of pointless. Kind of frustrated that we picked that up, but it's okay. And we go to the boar, and we always make sure we're not doing meat, we're doing leather. Do the 20. And that's cool. Cool. So that's 20 of each today that we've done. Now at this point you could chuck it in the trader, which is also one thing to do, or you could chuck it in your warehouse. But that is essentially the job done for now, and there'll be like more eventful things I'm sure later tonight or whatever comes next. But I hope that you can see that gaming and streaming is a profession and a job, and though I love it and I enjoy it, it's still work, and there's still things that I have to do to succeed at this that go on behind the scenes. Video editing, understanding technology, understanding how to work with different social media accounts and stuff like that. There's just so much more to this than just playing a game, and I get paid $1 a day, if that, to do what I do, and I put all I have into it. I spend hours and hours and hours doing this because I love it and I believe in it, and I believe that I'm an okay streamer. I don't think I'm the best streamer ever, but that's not what I'm trying to be. I'm just trying to be Land Bank. So yeah, everyone's got their way that they contribute. Everyone's got their thing they do, and for me this is it, and I'm going to keep trying till I'm successful. I'm going to keep doing it until I'm successful, and even if I'm not, I'm going to keep doing it because this is what I love. So whatever your dreams are, whatever your aspirations are, that's the mentality that I think we have to have. I'd rather live this life in the pursuit of my dreams than not. Rilo. Come here, Rilo. I'm going to give you some dinars. Oh, he hasn't completed the starter quest. Welcome to the game, Rilo. And glad to have you here. Alright, everyone. Take care. Wish you well.